And Dave Doeren is sitting here. He is the head coach at NC State. But you know that, and I know that. And we'll just wait. I'll even do this with you if you want. How are you?
I'm great.
You having a good summer so far? It's over?
Yeah. I could have used a little bit more time family-wise, but, the time you get's always valuable.
You can always everybody can always use more time.
Yeah, it just seems like the time has been allotted differently now with NIL and the fundraising aspects the head coach has in his life. Kind of coincided with when we would be taking time off, and so didn't feel like I got the same rest that I normally would have gotten.
Talk to me about how the new landscape has impacted your life. I know you alluded to it here, but if you could give an example of now I need to be doing this, and because it has obviously put a lot of additional pressure on everything you have to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, first, I think it's great that the players are able to get income from all the things they do for our program. And I've seen a lot of guys being able to help their families out, and that's phenomenal. But the money has to be raised and it has to be donated, and so the head coach becomes a part of that. A lot of people won't just give it away. They're going to want to play golf with the head coach or go fishing with the head coach or have conversations with the head coach. Our collectives have done tremendous work, and we had a huge successful gala with Scotty McCreery, and all that's awesome, but it takes time, and that time used to be family time, and now you're, there's an impact for everything you say yes to, you say no to something else, and so I can't say I'm excited about the loss of that time. I'm excited about the product that's coming out of it, though.
All right, let's get to the football field. Last several years, just specifically to the last year, you had injuries at quarterback that really derailed everything you wanted to do offensively. But you bring in a new guy this year, Brennan Armstrong, who we have great familiarity with. 2 years ago at Virginia, he was a stud.
Yeah.
Last year, there was a transition year. It wasn't as good for him.
Right.
But you also have Robert and I, the new offensive coordinator. So what are you looking for from your offense?
Well, I think, picking up where Brennan left off for him, I would love to see him get back to who he was in that system. I think Robert is really good at tweaking his offensive system to fit the talent that he has to work with. So one of the things that attracted me to hiring him was each time I've coached against him, the offense has been different each time. And that's because the talent changes, Maybe you have running backs or tight ends or receivers you want to feature more, and he knows how to do that. So, getting the complementary football aspect, we played great defense and special teams last year. We didn't turn the ball over, but we didn't score enough points.
Right.
And so you want to get back into where your defense doesn't have as much pressure on it, to keep somebody from scoring to win the game on you.
It brings up a philosophical question. The old adage is that defense wins championships. But has that flipped in college football?
You have to have a defense. You have to outscore people too, obviously, and you have to score more than you used to win. And so all of it, complementary football is a big deal. Like, your defense has to have opportune stops, and the turnover margin piece is huge, But you're not going to win championships scoring 21 points a game. You're not. You got to be in that 35 points a game to be a real contender in these championship races.
Dave Doeren is joining us here on the Adam Gold Show. How big a deal is Trent Pennick's health for you?
Yeah, he is an electric player. He's a productive player. He's a touchdown guy. And when we've had him, he's made a lot of plays for us. And it's hard. Coach and I's actually working with him. That's one of the positions he coaches. And, I think managing him in practice and trying to get him to stay healthy is a big part of it. Obviously, we can't make football not football. It's going to be a contact sport. But, Trent has to do a good job taking care of himself too. I think the amount of sleep, how he hydrates, how he eats, what he does off the field, everything adds up. And how many reps we give him. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be smart with them, and he's got to be smart with himself, and hopefully we'll be able to keep him on the field for a whole season.
Dave Doeren is here. Peyton Wilson's another guy who has had his injury issues. And a few years ago, we thought, he's gone. He's going to the NFL, and he's still here. Your thoughts about what he means to the program and what he can be like this year?
Well, I'm excited for Peyton. He'll tell you that he's the best version of himself he's ever been. He stepped into a leadership role as a vocal leader, which in the past he's been more just behind the scenes grinder. He's talking, he's representing what he says well by how he's training and eating and all the things that he's doing with the younger players, teaching them things. He's the first graduate of college in his family, so he's taken that step off the field. It's a big deal. Things he does in the community with community service. So he's really in a good place, and I'm really happy for him. And I'm excited to coach him again. I mean, he's a fun guy to coach.
I know you have a lot of things to do here, so I'm going to let you go in a second. But you have set the bar in a lot of different ways, not only with your football program, and I know I've joked with you about this, but winding the siren at Hurricanes games. There is a Dave Doeren level that nobody can reach. What did you think? Here's my favorite part of the outdoor hockey game. I don't know. I think you were there, but I'm not 100% sure.
I was there.
My favorite thing was how they blended the Carter Finley Stadium football environment with the hockey game. It made it one of the most special nights that the NHL has seen. Yeah. Because a lot of it was NC State football heritage.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I think I'm undefeated at Canes games. You can check me on that fact, but I do believe I am undefeated. But that night was really fun. Our whole staff and our wives were all there. We had a great time. It ended up being kind of a fun social night for us with everybody. But, yeah, what a cool event. And the weather was perfect and really highlighted our city well, for the people to watch the game.
Yeah, and the marching band was awesome. It really was fantastic. Hey, thank you very much. I know we'll talk during the season. Good luck. I know it's you're happy to be out of divisions.
I am.
I know you are.
Yeah, I just want to see the best two teams played out at the end, and sometimes that hasn't happened in our league. So teams that have the best records over 12 weeks deserve that opportunity, and look forward to seeing that.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, guys.
We'll talk to you very soon. That is Dave Doeren, NC State's head football coach, who joins us here at ACC Football Kickoff. That's